Yeah, of course that was going to happen. The Marlins lose 4-2 to the San Francisco Giants, losing the series at home against San Francisco Giants, which, am I surprised? No, because this offense cannot seem to run. Or they could run, they can't score runs. Because each and most of every time you have runners in scoring positions, 2 out of 8 times you don't score. You just don't score. But hey, there's a better idea how you could do this playing baseball. Let's chop the baseball to the ground. Because that's what they were doing most of the game, especially late in the game. It was 7th inning, right? Was it 7th inning? 6th inning, 7th inning, 8th, and probably the 9th inning. They chopped the baseball! Oh my goodness. Look, I don't think Ryan Weathers had a bad game. It was just freaking, the offense of the Giants somehow woke up and then scored 4 runs, including the 3-run home run blast. The top of the 3rd inning, you cannot get Ramos out. And of course he would score from the 3rd inning. Fitzgerald stole second after being walked at. And then the 4th inning, Matos, the same spot that Hernandez caught the baseball yesterday, which was a really nice catch. Nope, that one just left the ballpark. It just left the ballpark. And just like that, it was 4-0 Giants. Schmidt was on base, and Bailey was on base. Yeah, remember the time when they were complaining, and some folks were complaining about how Bailey is a terrible batter? He scored a run. Oh my goodness. Bottom of the 6th inning, there was an RBI single from Lopez. There was Edwards, who, by the way, how about Xavier Edwards upon his return? 5 for 5 today. He was the only batter that was hitting the baseball. Not chopping it down, actually hitting the baseball somewhere. Jesus Sanchez also hit a single. Lopez hits a single. That'll be 4-1 Giants right there. And then Walker comes in and flied out and struck out the next 2 batters. Great. Bottom of the 7th, we're going to skip ahead. There was a walk from Wagaman. Norby struck out swinging. Liam Hicks worked the walk. And Sanoha worked the walk. He's walking the batter. So Rogers comes in. Xavier Edwards gets an infield single. And there was no throw. Bases loaded still with 1 out. 4-2 Giants now. Struck out swinging. And a chopper. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. The solution here. Let's chop the baseball to the ground. That'll get them the 3rd out. And bases loaded with 2 outs. Oh my goodness, man. And he didn't even... Lopez was close to beating out, but just couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. Bottom of the 8th inning. Ramirez single to infield. Stour struck out looking. You got to swing at that. Wagman doubled to right. That wound up being a ground rule double. There was a ground rule double. It looked like a ground rule double to me. Norby popped up the second. And then Dave Myers comes in to hit for Hicks. Doval is now pitching. It's a 4-pitch walk to Dave Myers. Sanoha, chopper. Oh my goodness. Chopper to shortstop. Or at least a ground ball. And yeah. It was actually not a chopper. Top of the 9th, there was a bunt that was grounded to the pitcher. Okay, fine. There was a Macho single. Ramos struck out. Grounded out. Once again, bottom of the 9th inning. Edwards single. That's his 5th hit of the day. There's that. Jesus Sanchez, double play. I mean, fuck. Lopez worked the walk. And then there was a balk. There was a balk. Can we get a hit from Ramirez? No. A chopper. A chopper at home plate. Oh my God, man. The problem is not because you're chopping the baseball. The problem is you guys can't score on runners in scoring positions against the Giants. Okay, I understand the pitching is good, but you face better teams, and you still able to score runs. Heck, you scored freaking 5 against the Dodgers, maybe 6 against the Dodgers one time. You did do that. So you can hit the baseball. Why are we doing it? And the proven right here, 9 base hits. And 7 of them didn't even go home. 9 hits. And the Giants had an error in the game. Okay, they had an error in the game because of a fielding error by Matos in the 3rd inning. And you still can't score. Oh my God, man. If this continues against the Rockies, you gotta win the series. At least win the series against the Rockies. They are 9-50 now. If you don't win a series against the Rockies, or worst of all, you get swept by the Rockies, I'm done. I'm not covering this team until this guy sells. Maybe I'll probably recap in 2026. But look, if this rebuild goes wrong, why the hell should we get behind this rebuild? They always go wrong. You can't even score on runners in scoring positions. You only scored 2 runs. You scored 3 in the entire series. 3. This team scored, 6 in the entire series? 6 or 7? Better than that. All right, I'm done talking about this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. I'm at a friend's house. I'm gonna go play some Mario Party. All right, later.